As the Danube, Europe's second longest river, flows into the Black Sea, it creates the second largest and best preserved river delta on the continent. With an approximative surface area over 4,000 square kilometers covered by wetlands and water, listed as a World Heritage Site, this is the Danube Delta. And in this video, we're gonna have an adventure. We start our journey in a local village called Mourigio here in Romania, where the majority of the delta is located. We get the chance to briefly observe where and how the locals live here. After a short walk, you can quickly realize that there's not much separating civilization from nature in this place. Also, you won't get far on land here, so the real journey begins when we get on board a boat. The Danube branches into three main distributaries, Kilia, Sulina and Sfântul Gheorghe, which can be called St. George in English. The delta consists of an intricate pattern of marshes, channels, streamlets and lakes. Therefore, everyone moves around in boats and all transportation happens on water. This place is a heaven for wildlife lovers, bird watchers, fishers and for basically anyone wanting to just get away from it all for a few days and relax while enjoying the beautiful environment Mother Nature provided us. The Danube Delta is probably one of the rawest places you can find in Europe. It is still surprisingly wild and relatively undestroyed. The massive productivity of the many water habitats here has led to the delta harboring the largest number of fish species anywhere in Europe. The delta also hosts over 300 species of birds, some of them being very rare. Here you can encounter various kinds of ducks, geese, cormorants, herons, egrets, pelicans of course and many more. Right after the sunset we get the opportunity to observe from close-up a flock of cormorants as they are chilling on the trees. These birds are real masters of fishing, which is not a surprise, being great fish consumers they must be. However, this is also the reason why they are often persecuted by fishermen. Furthermore, we are being told that those white trees the birds are sitting on are dead, essentially killed by the cormorants. You see, their guano is acidic and can change soil chemistry, killing ground vegetation and irreversibly damaging nest trees. The next day we're headed for an even greater trip, so we start earlier this time. Although just cruising through the delta in a boat is already quite an experience. Wandering through these wetlands, you can really feel like an explorer, experiencing the wilderness at first hand. However, even though these lands may seem untouched by the devastating hands of humanity, they are not. Corrections has been made to both the Sulina and the St. George branches in order to reduce their length, therefore making them suitable for large vessel navigation. As a consequence of these interventions, the flow of both arms increased significantly. These increases were made to the detriment of the Kilia branch, which is currently still the most unspoiled arm of the main three. These corrections, as well as the digging of various secondary channels throughout the body of the delta, have had a serious impact on the ecosystem. But now it's time for us to get on land and experience a different side of the delta than what we've seen so far. The Danube Delta is perhaps the least inhabited region of temperate Europe. On the Romanian side, there are only about 20,000 people living, almost 5,000 of them in the port town of Sulina, and the rest of the population is scattered among 27 villages. We get back in the boat for a last time and we are on the way to our final destination. After flowing for 2,850 kilometers, the Danube reaches the Black Sea, and so do we. After spending 2 days cruising in small channels and lakes, we are mesmerized by the mere sight of the seemingly infinite water laying in front of us. This is the end of our Danube Delta adventure, and after such a short time here we can already tell that it's truly a hidden gem. We do recommend everyone to visit here because this place might just be Europe's best kept secret. See you another time, another place.